What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's Sunday again, making videos, and we're back in Kerbal, which you probably have noticed by what you see in front of you, and moon or bust. So they say pride cometh before the fall, and that's probably true because I have fallen from the sky a great many times now with poor Jeb and Valentina and Bob, and I didn't want to take the trainings because I was afraid that it would reveal everything to me and I wouldn't be able to learn stuff on my own, which I feel like kind of ruins the whole thing. So I've given up on that because I can't, there's a lot of things that I'm struggling with and it's frustrating me. So I've done these first three off on my own over the last couple weeks, and I'm going to try to go through this training segment here for suborbital flight, and we'll see kind of what that looks like. Yeah, in my last mission, well, you know, the way they dropped that thing almost tipped over. That would have been really embarrassing. There's a lot more on this launch pad than I'm used to. Anyway, this is a ship that I created, I think last time. They suggested 5. They're very specific. They're like, this is what you should do. So I do it. Okay, let's see. Today we'll make an exciting step, getting our first Kerbal into space. Hopefully you remember the controls we discussed in the basic flight tutorial, but don't forget you can always press escape and click the view bindings key for a reminder. All right, let's do that just to have our reminder. So throttle, let's see, throttle cutoff is X, full throttle is Z, throttle up and down are shift and control. That's probably simple enough. Camera mode is C, camera next is V. That would have been good to know a few videos ago, am I right? Right, pitch up, pitch down, roll left, roll right, yaw left, yaw right. Now, I don't know what SAS is. I know the space bar. Translate forward, backward, up, down. Okay. This is all... Yep, don't know what I'm doing here. All right, so let's just get into this. All right, so let's get started. Your mission today is to make a short suborbital flight out over the water to the east. It's a nice arcing path that ensures a gentle, survivable re-entry. Straight up, then straight down is not so good for survival. And if you've been watching any of these videos, you'll know that that is true. I have proven that beyond a shadow of a doubt. So, they want me to tilt east to 80 degrees elevation on the nav ball by 150 meters per second and start the tilt at 50 and tilt east to 70 degrees on the nav ball by 400 meters per second, starting at 250. So, all right. So, 80 is the purple. There's the pink ring, I think. And then 70 will be this outer ring. And east, that's the problem. Once we reach burnout, we'll have a bit more time to discuss some other things. Okay. All right, that's really fast. Okay. So, unlike the Hopper in our first lesson, this new craft has liquid fuel engines. It does. It's, 5 of them right in the middle there. Or 5 liquid tanks anyway. This means you can use the throttle to set the output power of the ship's engines. Throttle is controlled by left shift. Yep, we went through this. Throttle max, throttle cutoff. Try these out now. You'll see the indicator needle slides up and down along the graph. Oh, wow, yeah, look at that. I'm moving the thing. That shuts it off. That takes it max. Okay. I'll just put it at off. Now, SAS. Now we're learning. See, this is why you do the tutorial right here. Stability Augmentation System. Although Kerbal astronauts usually refer to it as sickness avoidance scheme. Who do I have here? I've got Jebediah. Yeah, he's familiar with that. Whatever it stands for, what it does is try to stop the ship from spinning around using the computer-controlled auto-torque drive compensator technology to counteract the rotation of the ship. In its simplest mode, it will keep the ship aligned with the orientation it has when you turn SAS on. Or if you pitch, yaw, roll while SAS is on, the orientation when you release the controls. Okay, that explains some things that have happened in the past when I've been trying to turn and it's just flipping back to normal. So I think, let's see, it can be activated or deactivated by holding down the F key, and it can be toggled by pressing the T key. So F and T. There's a lot of keys. I'm gonna need to write these down, I think. but not right now because you don't need to see me writing things. All right. If you have problems following the maneuvers, once you enable SAS and lift off, you can click the small red button to the left of the nav ball that has a miniature target indicator. What? Small red button? I don't see any red buttons. Follow the target indicator and fly for you. Autopiloting function will not be available to you until you are flying. Okay, that's good to know. That's a bit too much engine, so we're going to throttle down for launch. Set your throttle to 2/3. That's about right. The upper of the 2 middle notches on the slider. That's 100. That's 50. Oh, so this is 0. All right, that's 1/3. That's 2/3. Got it. Also turn on SAS to help control things. All right, look at this. Look at all of these things that I don't understand. All right, so that's, all right. That's interesting and informative. During the lesson, some of the information is quite detailed and could take a while to read. As this is a short suborbital hop and I don't want you to miss anything important, I will place a warning at the top of the page where you might want to pause the game to read. Yeah, press escape to pause when necessary. Got it. All right. Unlock the rest of the flight controls. At any time you may press escape to pause the game. And I've enabled the target marker on the nav ball. Right. Double check your throttle is set to 2/3, and it is. And SAS is enabled. Then hit space when you're ready to launch. Remember to start turning at 50 millimeters per second. All right, so okay, so this is 70. Wow, look at that. I'm not saying that's easy, but it's a hell of a lot easier than what I was doing before. Throttle up to full power. All right. All right, we're at 20,000. This is great. All right, so I hit escape. Now I can read this wall of text over on the right here. Great work. You've succeeded on getting your trajectory bound for space. I've now set your target indicator to align with your velocity vector. Okay. That will minimize drag by turning the smallest side of the vehicle into the airflow. Somewhere around here you will see the nav ball speed indicator auto switch from surface to orbit. Okay, down in the middle. That's right. And right around in here. That's good. And accompanied by the speed number jumping. Go ahead and switch it back to surface mode by clicking on it until it says surface. It's already showing surface. You might have noticed some flickering flames near the end of your burn here, which is due to the high speed of your craft in the atmosphere. Normally, our ascent would be a little slower, but I'm sure my friend Werner has helped you build a ship that can withstand this heat. And besides, this high and this slow, you'll be fine. If you want to have a look at your trajectory, you can switch to the map. Okay, well. Get in there. All right. Now that we're coasting, we've got a little time to chat. Once you're clear of the atmosphere, we'll go over what you can do in space. All right. Okay, so that's orbit and surface. I guess it's how far I'm going, or how fast I'm going up, as opposed to how fast I am moving in the direction that I'm moving. All right, so if I look at my atmosphere up here, it's pretty thin. I'm coasting to space. I'm seeing my, you can't see that. I gotta move my Here, let's do that. We'll just move that right there so that you can see what I can see over here on the side there. And maybe we should move this up as well. There we go. That's good. All right. While we float up beyond the atmosphere, I'll quickly tell you about a couple of things you can do. With an advanced enough astronaut complex in the KSC, we can train our Kerbals to be able to spacewalk. Also, when we are carrying science devices like our goo containers, we can perform experiments. Feel free to play with the goo canisters right now by right-clicking on them. All right. I gotta zoom in. Right-click on this. Observe goo. All right, I'll keep that. And I don't know what auto strut is. Hey, look, you can see the Milky Way. I don't think I've ever seen the Milky Way in any of my previous jumps before, but that's pretty cool. All right, our surface speed is really going down slowly here. We can speed this up. Or not. Looks like it is what it is. All right. It's time to reorient the pod to get ready for re-entry. We're only going to re-enter with the pod in chute and goo canisters, but we're not going to decouple yet. So let's observe the goo here. It's best to keep your upper stage around until the last moment. You never know when you might need it. Anyway, it's best to re-enter bottom first, and since we ascended at about 70 degrees pitch, we'll naturally re-enter at about negative 70 degrees pitch. That means you want to aim the top of the capsule at the 70 degree line, but the opposite heading. This is at a heading of 270 on the nav ball and 70 degrees. What the fuck? You gotta be kidding me. All right, so if I toggle this, yeah, I don't think, okay, so I was at 70, and then I went to negative 70, because then I had myself coming down backwards, and then I popped off the capsule so that it's coming down bottom first. All right, that makes sense. And we watch the parachute icon to wait for the right time. This time we're going to do something a little different. Remember in the construction tutorial when you designed this vessel, you set the chute to not semi-deploy until 0.75 atmospheres of pressure. The chute won't perform the first of its 2 deployment steps until then, even if you activate it by staging now. So that's at like 2,000 meters above sea level, and the craft should be traveling slowly enough by then the chute will survive deployment. Arm the chute now. Okay. You can even adjust these parameters during flight. Right click on the parachute. Alright, don't touch the pressure slider and make sure the full deploy altitude is no less than 1,000 meters. Alright, so I'm not going super slow. I mean, I'm not going super fast in my descent, which is really nice. I'm slowing down a little bit. So I guess this is north-south, and this is east-west, regardless of where I'm turning. Oh, look, it came out. And it's... that's pretty slick. Look at how far away I am. Yeah, it's almost like these trainings are necessary in order to really understand and do what you need to do. Come on, speed it up. What is RCS? Man, this has been very informative. which I know is the whole point of tutorials, but I just didn't want to spoil it for myself. And it was really exhilarating to design that one ship with the 3 boosters and the 1 flea that I was hauling up there. Like, that was cool. But I need to get back in there now that I know how to launch rockets at some sort of... I've got to figure out, though, how do I calculate on my own that I do 10 degrees for this period of time and then 20 degrees for this period of time and then switch it and rotate it once I reach the apex. That's confusing. So I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I spent the last few days in wedding ceremony procedures. I was a good friend of mine was getting married, and we had the bachelor party Thursday night, rehearsal dinner Friday night. The wedding was literally all day Saturday, and the reception was last night, and today there was a brunch, so I'm coming down with a cold, but I'm just taking it easy, trying to relax. So I won't make you watch the rest of this descent, but I think we learned a lot here, and by we I mean I learned a lot here. Thank you for watching and joining me, and I've been playing a lot of Destiny, so I'm thinking now that I've got it all here at my desk, the PlayStation and everything, that I might start making some Destiny videos as well, some tutorials and explanations of how to do things. So yeah, look for those. If you're a Destiny player, let me know. And let me know if you have any questions, either about Destiny or EVE Online or this game, Kerbals here. And we will go from there. So, oh, nice little splashdown. And, all right, I think we're good. So, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.